Valencia felt electric long before the final whistle. The scoreboard told one story at halftime, Barcelona 2 goals behind. But the second half would tell another, one that reshaped the evening and forced everyone watching to reframe what this Barcelona might become. The comeback began with a sense of urgency that settled into calm precision. Pedri, whose touch and timing are quietly becoming match-deciding, threaded a finish that pulled Barça back within reach and reminded everyone why he is the midfield heartbeat. The crowd inhaled, Barca exhaled with renewed belief, and little by little the momentum shifted. Ferran Torres, steady under pressure, found the composure to bury the chance that made the scoreboard read parity, a moment that felt like the hinge of the game. You could see bodies lift, you could hear the confidence returning in the visitors. Yet the game truly belonged to the small details. Pau Barça, who had a night of mixed fortunes and will remember the earlier mistake, answered in the most important way with a block and a commitment that never made the highlight reels, but materially changed the sequence that led to the equaliser. Those discreet interventions are the unsung scaffolding of great comebacks, the parts people forget to applaud, but which, without them, match moments never truly arrive. Hansi Flick's fingerprints whirl over the puzzle. The coach's willingness to make difficult selection calls, to shuffle roles and ask senior players to adapt, created the tactical elasticity Barcelona needed to turn a losing night into a triumphant one. It wasn't drama for drama's sake, it was the deliberate application of pressure and positional tweaks that squeezed Levante and invited errors at the edges of the box. Lamine Yamal, only a teenager in years but increasingly vast in influence, offered both flash and humility. At points he was electric, slicing through defenders with angled runs and dangerous touches. At others he sought counsel, speaking to staff and physios, admitting fatigue, and still finding a way to make a defining contribution. His final cross, whipped with intent and venom, turned a contest of margins into a piece of fortune. Levante, under desperate pressure, diverted the ball into their own net in stoppage time, and what began as a rout for the home side ended as a fevered Barcelona celebration. The human side of the night mattered as much as the tactic. Flick, visible and composed on the touchline, took care to steady the dressing room afterwards. Players who had not played large minutes were spoken to with empathy and that pocket of leadership. The small conversations, the quiet affirmations, helps keep a competitive squad together when selections bite. There was frustration for some, relief for others, but what remained unmistakable was the team's refusal to accept defeat when the odds looked stacked. This was a group that kept working, kept probing, kept believing. Beyond the immediate euphoria, the result raises sharper questions and bigger possibilities. If Barcelona can overturn a 2-goal deficit with such composure, using young energy and veteran calm in tandem, what does that mean for the run of fixtures ahead? Opponents will note the hunger and start to plan differently. Pundits will debate whether this was a turning point or a single thrilling evening. For Barca, the simplest truth is this: a comeback like this breeds belief. Matches are won on small margins and attitudes as much as on tactics and talent. Bilbao and Madrid will not meet the same Barcelona they faced in August if the team carries this momentum forward. Tonight, Valencia remembers a classic of late drama. Barcelona takes home much more than 3 points. They take a reminder that resilience, when mixed with tactical courage and a few unnoticed but crucial actions, can rewrite a game and potentially a season.